Welcome to Nightrain TV with Jay and Lenny. Nightrain Radio, sorry, not TV. I've got to get used to that, man.
There's no cameras.
I know. I've got a couple of cameras rolling, but we're focusing on the.
They can't see that.
On the vocal side of things. We sound better than we look.
Absolutely.
Got to admit that, mate. How you been?
I'm well, mate. I'm very, very well. It's a Saturday. I've got a beer and I'm talking to you, so I can't argue with any of that.
You got half the good things there at least.
Yeah, you can fuck off, but the beers and the Saturday part are very, very good.
So hey, mate. So look, this week last week we had a great show with Michelin.
It was great.
It was a great time, man. We had a few beers and spoke about some good old times and
we loved it so much we thought let's do more of it.
We did. So you do the honours, man.
I want you to announce who's here with us.
Well, boys, before I do this, I had a lot of trouble pronouncing the name of the band a long time ago. But today I'm happy to announce that we have Tony, Chad and Corby from Zombonimo.
Hey, well done.
Better unmute their microphones. That might work too.
Yes.
Correct.
Nearly mispronounced it there.
When we, I'm sure I've told you this, but when we did the radio show, he could not pronounce your band name at all.
Oh, was it Zombonimo?
It was
pretty much.
It was that. It was Zombonimo, whatever it was. I just left dead air because I'm a cunt of a human, and no one likes dead air, but I loved it. And who was that, Jay? Just smile at him.
Zombona libido.
Fellas, thanks heaps for being here on this lovely rainy Saturday. Again, it's raining. You can hear it in the show.
It's becoming our mascot, the rain.
It is. It's nice though. We do that little Indian rain dance before the show. How you been anyway during the this crazy COVID period, lockdown, and not been able to play gigs or anything like that? Although you guys have got some stuff coming up. How's it been so far?
Yeah, really good. We're trying to stay positive.
I'll get you to bring that straight up to your mouth.
The world's going crazy, but we're doing our best to stay productive and got some exciting new material coming out hopefully in the next 3 to 4 months and heading back into the studio in late September. But we're all doing really good.
Yeah, we got our panic buying out the way with really early, so yeah, come to my joint for toilet paper and beers.
I need rice. Where can I go for rice?
Oh, no rice at my place. Pasta and toilet paper. That's all you'll get at my joint.
That's all I need. That's fine.
Yeah.
You guys were one of the first bands that I know personally that were affected by this because you guys had a junkyard gig.
Yeah. It's like within, a week and a half or something like that, it got canned, yeah.
Yeah, that was late March, wasn't it? Meant to be?
27.
Yeah.
And I think the world went to absolute shit mid-March, so yeah, give it a fortnight. How does it feel for a band that takes it seriously as you guys do to have to cancel a gig? Even though it's out of your control, it still must feel like shit.
Oh, man, it was pretty tragic at the time because, the show was at the Junkyard too, and that's our stomping ground. That was our first show ever that we played. We've been playing there for 12 years. Pretty well now, and it was just it's gutting to be canned at the Junkyard because it's just such an iconic gig and we have such a bloody good time there.
Nothing but
that's it. So
you can't have a bad time at the Junkyard.
No, never have yet.
So you guys have maintained jamming, not gigging obviously, but practice, and you mentioned writing as well, so you've made the most of this downtime, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we've been putting the time into Chad and I every Wednesday, locking in some time to get some writing done, and Kim joins us. Dan's unfortunately doing his thing that he's got to do.
Too good for you.
Panic buying. Yes.
Going from Woolies to Woolies with toilet paper on his shoulder.
Running a business of panic buying. So yeah, we've just been hooking into it and keeping it real and moving the momentum forward to waiting for obviously another time we get to play a gig.
Yeah, nice. Well, at least you're not wasting the time is the main thing.
And record.
Excellent. Excellent.
It could be a bit crazy for you guys. I mean, you're usually generally pretty busy. You know, for the last few years, you've released EPs and albums and whatnot. So you've just mentioned that you've been writing at least. Are there any plans to utilise this time to throw some tracks down and maybe get something else in?
I think, in the end of September, we're looking at least getting in the pre-production stage. As Tony mentioned, we've been getting together quite regularly. Kim's brought a couple of great new tracks to the fold, and Tony and Corby both independently writing as well. And it's really, it's a good time. Even though the world has gone really mad, Zombonimo still seem to be moving forward, which is good. Where we all know the band is what it is for us all at our ages of our lives and what's happening, but we're still being productive and driving to be artistic and get those the best quality of our band represented in the stuff we're putting forward.
I think that's going to be one of the few benefits of this downtime. As much as we all miss live gigs, I think we're going to see some very good art come from this. Be it art, music, or fucking, even physical art, whatever the case may be. The fact that these artists are hold up not being able to do the live thing,
just chance to
a reset.
That's it, man.
Yeah. Push themselves a bit more creatively and.
I find pissed off musos write better songs anyway.
Fuck yeah.
So we might have some heavier Zombonimo coming our way.
You mentioned Michelin. Zombonimo is now what it is. Where did it all start, though? What was the beginning of Zombonimo?
The beginnings of Zombonimo was, it was from the ashes of a previous band that Kim, Chad, Smithy from Michelin and I had, Pound for Pound. Yeah, Pound for Pound. We sort of did a few little things, a few gigs here and there. Did a bit of an EP over a couple of years through the mid 2000s, and just sort of fell apart, went our separate ways. And Kim, Chad, and I just got back in the room together and started banging a few songs together. And I was working with Tony at the time. We were doing heaps of stuff together. We'd known each other from previous bands and that sort of stuff. And we just thought, we'll invite Tone along to a jam and watch him shred shit over whatever we've cobbled together. And
shred you can, Tone.
My God.
Thank you, Jack.
Dude, you're one of the most entertaining guitarists to watch in Newcastle, man. You put on a very exciting show. Especially when that hair was flowing. And
coming back, mate.
It's a bit of a shock to see you when you first chopped it all off, to be honest. That Metallica load thing, mate.
It's what has to happen, mate. You reset things.
Yeah, that's true.
Coronavirus is,
True. I cut my hair once every 10 years, it just grows back longer than ever.
It's about what you control at the time. And if you can't, you just make changes or do whatever you got to do. But
Anyone who's seen you play knows that this isn't new to you. So what was tell us what were your pre-Zombonimo bands or artists?
Well, earlier out of going to school and then being in the university sort of era of your life, you meet people, especially at a conservatorium, and I met great musos, mate, and met lots of elders as well who you look up to and respect. And as time goes on, you group together with people. But I had my earliest originals were Hunza. That was a lot of local musos.
So you've got a habit of band names that make heaps of sense to me.
Right.
Hunza, Zombonimo, I don't know what any of that means.
Okay, well, Hunza is, former Himalayan descent Russians who live up in that terrain. And anyway, we based our name on that.
Yeah, right. Why not?
That's the earliest stylings of things, man, for originals. It was all heavy. We were into Metallica and Aladdin and, and Pantera.
Yeah,
Pantera.
Is this the glam?
Sepultura.
Is this glam era Pantera or the big groove metal that we all know?
Oh well, hardcore era. Yes, maybe, I don't know, man.
So what was the first band that made you go, fuck it, I'm going to pick up a guitar? And I'll ask that question to all three of you about your chosen instruments, actually.
Well, I've got to be honest. Man, the Beach Boys.
Yeah, right.
Because of the twang and the harmonies and.
Yeah.
But I was taken to Status Quo when I was 1 year old, man.
Yeah, right. Okay. Fucking
I don't
hell.
remember that gig, man.
That's not a bad start.
But that's where the oldies took me, and no wonder I'm deaf. Thanks, Mum and Dad. But yeah, but it's early stylings, man. It's rock and roll for me still. I mean,
well, my first international band was Limp Bizkit, so I think you win.
mine was
I think you got
Status Quo.
Yeah, there you go. You win. Well, they're Australian. No, they're British.
No, British, man.
British.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very
There you
rock
go.
and roll.
Chad, what about yourself?
Prices are down.
Yeah, for me. For me, it'd definitely be probably the Angels Live Line album when that came out, and I was very influenced by my older brothers.
Yeah.
So
Man, that was one of the greatest live albums ever.
It was just always on my brother's car stereo or wherever we were going surfing or at home. It was just one of the most biggest albums, and you could hear the band just chewing up the crowd and vice versa, and it was just great.
It must have been a real treat for you when they finally got a good vocalist.
Yeah, well, look.
So just a bit of background on this. Lenny is is the only fucking person I've ever met that says that Dave Gleason is a better frontman of the Angels than Doc Neeson.
No way.
What a fucking idiot, right?
Fucking way, man.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I couldn't. I'm not going to swear, but yeah, no way.
Swear who
Fucking
you
you
want.
can say, I just like to stir Jay, and also a little bit mean it.
No fucking way.
He says the same thing about Alice Cooper and Black Sabbath, man. This dude's got no
I've
culture.
got no taste in music. I
What
hate
way?
none.
Dave's good, but yeah, Doc was. Yeah, next
Doc
level.
was dope, man. He was one of the
level.
greatest
Doc.
frontmen
I think
this
my
country's ever
love of
produced.
the
Well,
Screaming Jets just transcends anything that the members do. So
Dave Gleason, I think vocally is probably better. He's a better singer. He can do more than Doc could. But Doc had that fucking punk attitude.
Edge, man, yeah.
Definitely. He was a different animal on stage.
Yeah, he's got the thing that just sets him apart. It's you wouldn't know what to expect with him.
I didn't get to see the Angels until their final tour with Doc back in 2005 or 6 or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think I saw him at
The
the
Workers'
Workies, that
Club.
one.
Yeah, man, yeah.
He wore a fucking top to toe bloody leather
Yeah.
coat the entire
That's
show.
right. But he couldn't run around like he used to, but he still sounded amazing.
No, the coat wore fucking. It was like 25 kilos itself. I wouldn't be running either.
Old Doc, but yes, I don't know where I was going with that, but go the Angels and R.I.P. Doc Neeson.
Corby, what about yourself, mate? What made you pick up the... And was bass your first instrument?
No, guitar was my first instrument.
right.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to go to school with a couple of fellas from Michelin, Doco and Smithy, and just started playing music with them. But man, it was probably I was 7 years old. The old man bought a double tape, Headbangers Heaven. It was a compilation tape. It had some classics on there. There was Wasp on there. There was the Choir Boys on there, which wasn't Run to Paradise.
Q-U-I-R-E, is that right?
Yeah, the Australian choir. Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't spell well.
There's Run to Paradise Choir Boys, and there's Choir Boys Q-U-I-R-E.
Yeah. No, this was Run to Paradise Choir Boys
right, okay.
before Run to Paradise.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Well, they had a decent band at one point, weren't they?
Yeah. Fuck it, what's it called? Fight by the Book, the song was called.
right.
Yeah, look it up after this. Yeah, it's probably not classic Choir Boys, but still.
That's all right.
It was on the album.
Yeah, nice.
But it had, the opening track was, what was it? It was Aces High by Iron Maiden.
Yeah, nice one.
And
That's a good intro.
Yeah, really pumped it out. After that, I got into Power Slave. That was about 85. And yeah, Iron Maiden really did it for me.
Is that what... Did Steve Harris make you go, fuck, the bass is pretty cool, I might have a go with that?
No. The fact that the bassist at Rutherford High School quit and they needed a bass player, that's what made me pick up the bass.
I always found that as a drummer in high school, like every single cunt in the class played guitar, and there was two of us that could play drums. So when it came to exam time and all that kind of shit, it's like, hey, can you learn this for me? Can you learn this? And my 2-song exam became fucking 13 songs.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, man. I was the bass player that didn't study music. I did PE instead of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hence I really
Well,
failed
you
pretty
need
hard.
the fucking stamina for 13 songs, though.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. Yeah.
Say Headbangers Heaven.
Headbangers Heaven, 1985,
Cool
double
name,
tape.
Cool name for a compilation.
Oh,
Did you
wicked.
guys would have grown up when music, TV probably still played more of a relevant part. I mean, music channels nowadays don't fucking play anything. Were you guys big into the MTV,
Play the Hills.
Headbangers Ball, all that kind of thing?
Yeah, look, any type of video music was great. I'd be a big fan of watching Rage or, any of the music shows, and I thought the whole, platform for bands to get it out through TV was awesome.
Yeah.
And being in my mid-teens back then, it took it to the next level.
Yeah,
gave
right.
the bands just so much expression, and people could really get what direction they were coming from. But yeah,
And it made people put effort into video clips too, because if you,
sure.
if you had a really fantastic video clip that drew everyone's attention, you're playing silly buckets, Tony.
Tony, and I'm swiveling everywhere. Videos are good. What about Dire Straits MTV video?
Wasn't Money for Nothing the first video they played?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, MTV. Yeah.
Because I grew up, I guess, as a young
We had
kid.
Recovery.
We had
Yeah.
Recovery.
was fucking great.
Dylan Lewis. Yeah.
But before
Yeah,
that,
that's
I
right.
remember waking up and seeing fucking video hits on Channel 10 and that kind of shit. And that was kind of my first exposure to music as well, other than my parents. But occasionally you'd catch the end of Rage and you'd see The Unforgiven 2 by Metallica or something, and you're like, fuck, there's some pretty cool, heavy stuff going on there. And it sucks now because it seems that no one really puts that much effort into video clips because there's just no platform for them anymore other than YouTube, which is a damn shame. And it's one of the things that's changed as music's progressed, which I think is not for the better.
Yeah, well, I mean, it comes down these days. It comes down just how big the budget is, though.
Yeah.
How big the market is that they want to attack. Yeah, it's all about.
I mean, the
yeah.
money spent on one fucking Beyonce video could probably make 50 videos for some smaller bands.
Oh fuck yeah! Let alone just record everyone in that postcode that wants the
that's
recording.
right.
It's, it's crazy.
So we mentioned Michelin earlier. We spoke to those guys on the last episode. Maitland's a bit of an incestuous little town when it comes to bands. Were you guys involved with the Queen's Arms scene as well?
Yeah, big time.
Thoroughly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I remember going down to the Queen's Arms, and Jay, you know this really well. Had a good connection with the place from doing my early apprenticeship at Randall's, and yeah, I was in a band called Swallow Tongue back then. We were a three-piece powerhouse. We used to really hit it hard, and
Tape just there.
yeah, wow.
This is your artwork too, Chadley.
So
Yeah.
that was you drew this?
Yeah. That's Eat the Cake demo.
Man, I can't find the tape.
Yeah,
I've got the case, but no tape.
yeah, I might be able to hook you up there, Jay.
I should have asked you for a digital copy before we started. Man, we could have played a bit of Give It Away or something.
I think we'd have the old DAT tapes to that somewhere. Should try and get that onto CD, but yeah, epic
And I remember
stuff.
back then, back in the Swallow Tongue days, you, Errol, and Mark would play a mix of originals and covers, a lot of covers, Nirvana and Helmet and
Yep.
bands like that. Do you find it different now, 20, 25 years later, when you're playing a show do bands still throw in covers? Is it still that mixed set, or is it more focused now on getting your originals out there?
For me, originals is where it's at. I don't play in a covers band. Yeah, squat. It's just not happening. I might tap out, and tap my foot to a lot of stuff, but I have no ambition to really play that many covers.
I think I've seen Zombonimo do
one or two.
cover.
Yeah, we did a
I've seen
couple.
Spoon Man.
Yeah, we
Spoon
did.
Man, we've done.
Yeah,
We usually
Spoon Man.
pay respects when they are due.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Spoon Man
right.
was
Yeah,
more.
that's right.
We had the gig on just after Chris Cornell died, but we did a Creedence song.
Angels.
That was we did. Fuck, what song was that? Long Line, was it? Yeah. Yeah, we did Old Man Down the Road by Creedence. Did that, and we attempted a Alice in Chains song with Simo. Yeah, never to be spoken of again.
No, fuck that. Let's speak about it. What happened?
Oh man, well, we thought it
Fucking
was,
ripping song.
yeah. Oh, we thought it was pretty. Well, no, we probably didn't think it was that great on stage, but yeah, the let's probably put it down to the foldbacks weren't quite as loud as they
It was the
needed to
equipment.
be.
It was the fucking
Yeah,
equipment.
100%.
Someone
man.
dropped your guitar, it was out of
certainly,
tune.
certainly not the performance. Put everything into it. Probably, yeah.
We didn't bring our fan that night.
Nah.
No fan, no gig. That's my rule.
Look, speaking of Zombonimo original tunes, we're about to play a song from the You'll Know That You Need It
Yes, you will.
album. The song is called, what have we got, Lenny?
We've got, I believe,
Wash It Away.
Wash It Away.
You and I used to play that a lot back in the old radio
We did,
days, man.
we
That
did,
was one of
and-
our favourites, dude.
I don't think there's been a Zombonimo gig where I haven't fucking screamed for the song to be played.
It's one of our staples. This was
gets
the music of this was written as a Michelin song.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, back in.
This is an old song then.
Yeah, fuck yeah! I wrote this song. The music for it a bloody long time ago, before it came through with Zombonimo. So
The thing that originally grabbed me with this song, and as you know, I fucking love it, is musically, but I think a lot of your vocals give a Mastodon vibe to me.
Yeah,
It's more so, I guess, your
Yeah,
vocals,
definitely.
but the riffy part of the intro as well. I just hear it and went, fuck, this is good shit. And that's why every single gig I demand that it's played.
Oh, man. And I'm all for it, man. Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
All right, rock and roll, guys. This is Wash Away by Zombonimo.
Soldier sleeps in his grave. How do you think he feels? How would you feel? Now feel it. Could not be a slave. Washed away. Washed us away. The storm that you can't tame. Washed away. Washed us away. Washed us away. Soldier sleeps today. Now their dreams come back to play. Violence replays in your head. You should not be ashamed. Wash away, wash it away. This storm that never rains. Wash away. Wash it away, wash it away. Soldier sleeps in his grave. Soldier sleeps in his grave. Soldier sleeps today. Soldier sleeps today. Soldier sleeps Soldier sleeps in his grave. Soldier sleeps
Song and a half.
You're back with Lenny and Jay on Nightrain Radio, guys. We're joined by the boys from Zombonimo. Got to unmute your mics though, eh? That might work.
Oh, g'day.
Here we go.
Saturday.
Okay.
How is it hearing your own tunes
So,
back? Is it weird?
look, boys, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I just get a level off you, buddy?
Hi.
We've had to change mics, everyone. Sorry about that. We're all good now. Everyone's got their own microphone. We're all.
We're a professional unit.
That's
it.
it. Not
That's
that
what
they
we
were
do.
sharing microphones before. No.
Oh,
See the size of
I was
it.
just yelling really loud.
That's a big mic you've got, Tony.
That's why there was such gaps. They had to walk the 1.5 metres to one another to share the microphone. How is it hearing your own tunes back, guys? Like, do you still listen to your own stuff much?
Oh, I listen to it occasionally, yeah. I don't pull them out too often, but the kids, I got a couple of kids and they love what Dad does, and yeah. The young fella's
I've always
favourite
heard,
song is Wash It Away.
I've always heard don't pull it out in front of the
love
kids. That's what I've heard is one of the great rules of parenting.
Don't
Don't pull it out in
whip
front of the
out.
kids.
Excuse me
Uncle
while I
Greg
whip this
taught me
out.
different.
Do you hear it and do you pick it apart or do you go, fuck that's good?
Oh, I try and leave it alone once it's been recorded. There's a couple of moments that we sort of rejig things. We were just talking about another one of our songs, Power Trip, that it's sort of
Which you'll hear soon.
We've rejigged a little bit live, and Yeah.
For live, yeah.
But all in all, I try and leave them where they are recorded, and then just move on to some fresh stuff. And
That's one thing I have found with you guys. I mean, the albums they're all great and they sound great, but I find live you guys just seem to fucking knock them out of the park. I mean, they're the same songs, they're the same fucking chords, and they're the same beats that you're playing, but it just has that extra fucking grunt.
It's super
to it.
tight on stage. Like, you guys do not play a bad show. We've seen a lot of your guys' shows, and you guys are still... I mean, you've been around for a long time, and you're still playing like fucking young kids. What's the secret?
Just
being parents.
Having that sense of satisfaction with the songs that we're doing, and our musicianship's always evolving. I think our gear is a big contributing factor to that
Absolutely,
as well.
man.
We love having good gear and the whole
Me
tightness
too.
of our band.
I love good gear.
Yeah, in every way. But we've really pulled our sound together.
Yeah.
And I think Tony mentioned on the way down we've been together for 12 years now.
Yeah, right.
So,
And we really EQ ourselves on stage too, because I mean we've got to play with one of the loudest drummers I've ever played with in my life. So we have to really be on top of.
I think
our
Doco
EQ
said
game.
last week that it sounds like you're hitting with tree trunks. Yeah. And that's coming from another drummer too.
It
So
grips
big,
the stick nearly
compliment.
halfway up too, and it's amazing the power that you get. Yeah,
So
and then your drumming's pretty good too. Pretty cool,
But
man.
you haven't lost any speed either over the years. And I mean, you had a broken leg for a long time, and
yeah, I didn't think I was ever going to play drums again when I sort of had a bad break in around 1996, 97.
tell us how you done it.
Yeah, it was just at work. It was at the back end of an afternoon shift back then. I think we finished about 11 o'clock at the evening time, and fell out of the back of a Land Cruiser and really broke my ankle quite bad, and it took about 6 or 7 years to heal. But yeah, I got over that, and jamming with Kim, who can't be here today. He's working. We just used to be really productive with getting together and making sure we kept that friendship and the drive to create music. And he helped me through that stage. And then Corby and Smithy and Simo's always been a big factor. And Tony's just been, he's a brother born in 73 as well as me. So yeah, we're
Socially distance high five. Yeah,
we're doing good things at the minute. And even though, what are we now? I'm 47 now. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I love the drums.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And the drums have to be the heartbeats of the band and the driving force.
when you guys were kids, when I was a young kid when I met you guys, but you guys were young when I met you, and you were very talented for young blokes back then. Was there that determination, and what was it? What drove you to play the way you did at such a young age?
I think the whole reaction from the audience and knowing you could. Yeah,
They were huge shows, man.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
audience, just so everyone knows, man. The audience
The
back
atmosphere
then,
back then
was
was-
fucking massive.
Yeah, it was-
Queen's Arms
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
They were a thing to behold. It was just. I was
There was no
going to the
social
Queen's
distancing.
Arms.
There wasn't even fire regulations.
I was
man.
there
There
when I
people
was
packing
15
like-
years old, front and centre, just watching these guys just rip it apart on a Friday night. Yeah, it was
So what was your first introduction to the Queen's Arms?
man, it was going down to see
As
these
a
guys.
punter?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's just mates with Smithy and Doco. They were they were sort of starting to play in bands, and we'd go down the Queen's Arms every Friday. We used to see bands like Swallow Tongue tear it up. Bands
Yeah,
like the
right.
Slots with Nick Rashkin, one of Tone's former bandmates, Mick
From
Beaton.
Hunza. Mick
Yeah,
Beaton.
yeah.
Yes.
And
He was in
the guy
Hunza
did
before
things on
the slots.
on a 4-piece kit that's never been done again. It was amazing. But man, they used to just have like twin 18 speakers and horns and just insane sized PAs for.
Yeah, Scion had come in. We'd pay for really good sound engineers to come in, and pretty much our whole takings for the night would usually be to cater for the sound
Yeah,
guys.
right.
So
Yeah.
with that little room that's really iconic now, looking back on it, and the sound we used to pull with the carpet and just the
mirror.
The mirror.
Oh,
the
mirror
whole
on the
setting.
back
I
wall.
heard you guys talk about it last week, and it was special.
Simo's cock.
Yeah, Simo just loved it. didn't
Oh,
he?
it's got to enter
Still
a
does.
conversation, doesn't it?
Beast,
It's in a bucket
beast of a man.
of vomit.
Love you, Simo.
He's probably donating it to science.
We love you, Steven.
I wish I had one like his instead of this big fucking monster. So, as I mentioned last time, it's weird for me. Last time I was at the Queen's Arms, I took my grandfather for cheap schnitzel, and I could not imagine a fucking heavy metal gig going on 2 feet from where I was sitting.
It was crazy, man.
Schnitzel.
What was that?
It was.
Steven Schnitzel.
Cheap schnitzel.
Steven's Cheap Schnitzel. Yeah.
Steven Schnitzel's my alter ego.
I think they've turned it into a bottle shop now, haven't they?
I think
Not
there's
the
a bottle.
Schnitzel.
I think
there's a
all
bottle
pubs
in
are
there,
bottle
yeah.
shops at the moment. Yeah.
Let's look at the bistro. I mean, the place looks a lot different now to what it used to back in the day. But back then, man, the atmosphere. And we spoke about this last week with Simo and Doc about how the crowds were so diverse and mixed. I mean, you had the grunge crowds there, you had the heavy metal crowds, you had your basic pub rock sort of crowds, then you had the gladiators and that show up, and it was such a range of people. Do you find that it's still a variation of fans, or is it more of a is it more focused?
Oh, that we pick up on?
Now, yeah, sorry.
Well, it's probably tend to find that it's more a focused group of, I mean, diehard Zombonimo fans, if you can call it that. It's basically, Benny
But
Brujo and the
you've got your
Denim Brigade.
you've got your metal crowd from Newey that tend to be at all the shows. You've also got, I mean, the last time you guys played the station, you had Aaron and Matt Sutherland and a few others travel down from Maitland to check out the show as well. So you guys have got your metal crowd. You've also got, I guess, the people you grew up with as well. So it's a bit of a cross section, which is always good for a crowd. You don't want all the same person standing next to one another.
Yeah, it's a party.
Yeah, that's what every gig should be.
Yeah.
What was your intro to the Queen's Arms? Playing or punter?
Playing with Zombonimo, man, I wasn't really...
At the Queen's Arms?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
not-
played
I'm
one
not-
show there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did one show
Yeah.
there.
Would have
About
been probably maybe
6-7 years
Yeah,
ago.
That was
easy.
my last shaved head, actually.
Was that still in the bistro area? Or?
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah.
Same-
right.
Yeah, they got rid of the mirror. That was about the only thing. It was, that was awesome show, man. And who did we get in? We got someone in to do the PA. We just bumped it right up.
Yeah, right.
And smashed the back out of it. It was a bloody good gig.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So how does it feel for a band that are normally pretty busy to now be in July of 2020 and not have played a gig so far?
It doesn't bother me.
No.
We're just making...
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
reset
adapting.
and
Yeah.
rehearsing a lot.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
the boys have been really creative and keeping busy with our families and our work. We're all pretty lucky to still be working. But yeah, we're finding real strength in the new stuff that we're coming up with. I know we're all getting better at our crafts as well, without saying. It's just...
Do you find that your influences change over the years, or
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You're sitting here in a Blink-182 hoodie.
Oh, big Travis fan.
Yeah.
So much.
Not
of
for me.
best drummers
not for
ever,
me.
man?
I go backwards.
fuck yeah.
Taylor Hawkins,
He goes
Danny
forward.
Carey. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I've seen you on online post about several bands that I would say sound absolutely fucking nothing like Zombonimo. I've seen you rave about 21 Pilots.
Oh, yeah.
yeah?
There you go. There's the show.
Best shows I've seen. 21 Pilots.
You mentioned you're going backwards. What shit are you still listening to nowadays? Like, if you get in the car now and go for a drive, what's on the stereo?
Frank Carter
Mate,
and the
I listen-
Rattlesnakes.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That is
yeah,
good
man.
stuff.
Yeah, we smashed. What did we listen to? Converge on the way over. Some old school Converge. Some Mutoid Man.
I like Converge, but I wish he didn't have the microphone in his mouth while he was singing. It just sounds like a dog with a microphone in its
Yeah,
mouth.
it's not about the mic placement. Yeah. Probably have it up his ass, and all I'd hear is the drums.
Yeah, true. The music's fucking incredible and fucking just brutal as well.
Yeah.
There's this common, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Discouragement against heavy music, that it's just fucking noise. But if you fucking put your ears to it, there's so much going on and it's so well written. and
Well, the
so
musicianship is just absolutely brilliant. I mean, you got guys like Devin Townsend these days who just came from, I mean, he was a singer in Steve Vai's band, rhythm guitarist, that sort of stuff, did Strapping Young Lad,
Yeah.
Devin Townsend project. But his musicianship and orchestration behind
Probably the owner of the greatest fucking mullet in music history as well.
Skullet.
Skullet. Bald on top, dreads at the side, dreads at the back.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
But no, Maynard's mullet from back in the day was fucking terrific. There's no Hetfield mullet though.
No.
That Hetfield
Late
mullet.
80s.
He had the
Hetfield
moment
Early
to meet
90s.
it, though. Everything met in the middle.
The guy out of the Chats is doing well.
Yeah, he's not doing too bad.
Mullet.
They were meant to play here not too long ago, unfortunately. They suffered a cancelled gig before COVID, unfortunately. There was a secret show at the station that they were meant to headline. And then the bass player got crook and couldn't travel. And
Mullet-related injury.
yeah, he had an argument with a pair of scissors.
I thought he hated dodgy mullet.
Did you guys have any tickets for shows this year that's been called off, or?
Yeah, I had a country artist that we'd been into, me and my wife, Brandy Carlisle. That was in the first week of April from the US. She's really good, but we were really lucky we saw Tool only a matter of I think 2 weeks or maybe a month before.
Yeah, that was February.
Yeah,
What do you think of the new album? Tool's new album.
a masterpiece. Yeah,
Rate
rate
it,
it. Yeah. To
I
see
put it
that-
on when I got it, and it's still fucking going.
Yeah,
It's a long fucking album, man. Like, I don't
gotta be
mind
in
it.
the right mood.
I prefer 10,000 Days. I thought that was a better album, but I can't remember the name of the new one, to be honest. But it was
Fear Inoculum.
Fear Inoculum, that's
Yeah.
right. A couple of fucking bangers on there, but it was a little bit. I found it dull compared to the rest of their stuff. But I'm not a big fan of Lateralis either. Like, I don't mind that album, but it's not a huge fan. I prefer 10,000 Days and
Best
and
moment
Animal.
in drumming ever.
Oh no, nothing wrong with the musicianship in the album. It's just that album just doesn't click with me personally. I think
Oh,
I just
100%.
prefer the
I'm just-
the more flat out rocky kind
Yeah.
of I can dance and bang my head to it, instead of having to fucking skip every fifth note or something.
Yeah, it's timing signatures of 17 and yeah.
I've got an argument that Denny Carey is actually a pretty terrible drummer, but he just sounds good.
He's like every,
Man. He
just-
every
he can't
jazz mu-
play.
He's just every jazz musician ever.
Oh, but he's got a gong. He just hits it once every concert.
Fuck, he's good
and
though.
that's,
He's
yeah.
brilliant. He's a brilliant drummer.
Yeah, he's out of this world.
So let's, if my math is correct, 2008 gives us 12 years gives us 2008. The first album was 2012,
Vital Space.
which, if my memory is correct, is 10 tracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
we
when
can.
you're
Hang on.
4 years into a band, how much material have you got built up? How much of that makes that album? Obviously, 10 made the album, but how much are you left, on the cutting room floor?
Well, I think off Vital Space we might have had maybe 3 or 4 with
We had
Heart Attack.
14 that got left behind. We
Yeah,
had 14.
so-
Yeah, we did 14. Sorry, 14 tracks we did
Yep,
as a demo went, and then we cut it down to 10.
yep.
But prior to the demoing stuff, we had other things that we had demoed prior a couple of times. Routine was one of them.
Yep.
Welcome to the Unknown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sexy. So sexy.
Oh, yeah. Never speak of
And
that one again.
They,
I
yeah,
like the
they
sound
were,
of it.
they were
Really
certainly.
fast.
It was still a variety of a demo.
It's
at
funny
the
you
time.
meant the term "so sexy" is quite funny because when we posted a photo of you from the back the other day asking who knew it, a couple of ladies were like, "Oh, hello, who's this? Who's this strapping young man with long hair and a guitar in his hand?"
Old
Works
man.
out.
Well, I said, don't worry.
Must work
He's
out.
old.
Yeah. The song was based on Tony's back. Yeah.
How much of the Vital Space stuff do you guys still make sure that you include in the live set?
Well, there's usually a couple that come back around. There's
Reworked. Couple haven't we?
a couple that have been a bit tweaked. Yeah.
And that
Find
was
that you stick with a set list for a certain amount of time, or do you change it up each show, sort of thing?
Every
or-
show it's
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely different, or you sit with this? Is there like a
We sometimes stick with
Structure?
the starters and the finishers. I mean, Power Trip, as we were talking about before, that's been our finisher for the last probably 3 or 4 shows.
You think about
And
what
that's-
kind of gig it is too.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
How heavy it is, or
Yeah, we tend to play on a few different bills. We can play on a
Play to the
7-band
crowd.
death metal show sort of one night, and then just play on a rock show another time. But yeah, we just
I
cater the set list every
think-
time.
it
Country
works for
folk.
you guys because you guys have got
yeah.
obviously you're a metal band, but there's hard rock elements to it as well. So it does let you mix up your bills, which is good.
it's like that pub rock thing, but like a metal pub rock.
I think I may have sent you a video or a message saying I just saw Zombonimo do the Angels, and it was like the heaviest pub rock song I've
Yeah.
ever heard in my life.
I remember that. 4 o'clock in the morning, drunk text.
Me, yeah, I don't do that kind of thing.
Hey, never mind.
So was that recorded in Maitland area?
No, we were lucky enough to record Vital Space down at Australia's best studio, 301.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Annandale.
it was crazy. We
We-
went down for 3 sessions,
Yeah.
lived on site at 301, and what an experience. And we've got a really good sound engineer by the name of Simon Todkill, who'd been previously sort of linked to, I think he had Cold Chisel in the week before he had us. He had In Excess, the drummer, out, and
Matt Corby was there at the
and
time.
Matt Corby was recording Brother.
Yeah,
at the
right,
time.
okay, yeah.
So that's a similar time.
So you're in good company. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he was
Tough
pretty
to
much
work
in our space. I got in shit actually because I was playing bongos upstairs on where we were living when he was putting down vocals, wasn't it, Corby? I got told to shut the fuck up pretty quick.
Oh, so you were living there while they were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
recording
they
other
got a
bands.
little unit space above one of the studios there that they just offer.
Is
on-site.
that something that you guys would have paid through the arse for? I imagine recording still then was quite expensive. It could be.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap at all.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
what an experience, and we're extremely
amazing.
grateful and
Yeah.
thankful because it was sort of like a bit of a dream for us all.
Big Blue, man.
And the last two efforts that we've been into the studio, we've scaled that back somewhat.
Yep.
And even moving into the new recording in September, it's going to be fresh again. So I'd love to get back into that full stage of a studio like 301 because it was multi-million dollars. You know,
Yep.
they had, I think they were having Kanye and Jay-Z through the place similar time.
Yeah.
Lots of soundtracks for
Yeah,
things. And
sort of around
Yeah,
the
right.
time you two
Yeah,
were
soundtracks for
touring
wankery. Yeah.
and yeah, he's a rich man.
Hey, he's the future president of the fucking United
Oh, yeah,
States.
of course.
Definitely not Kanye.
Yeah, that's right.
What the fuck is going on in the world? You've got Donald Trump, you've got Joe Biden, and you've got Kanye West.
Mate,
We're living in a fucking cartoon.
All we need is a resurrected Ronnie James Dio to cap it all out.
Ronnie James Dio masks, bro, for everyone.
That's it. Zombie Ronnies.
well, if you can do a Wayne Static mask, we can have a fucking Ronnie James Dio mask.
Too true, yeah.
I can't believe you didn't know about that.
Clint,
Ah, man. It's the first I've heard of that.
What is worse, do you think? A hologram gig or some dude in a dead person mask gig?
Yeah. I saw a Richard Burton hologram at a War of the Worlds stage show. That was fucking amazing. So it's the Wayne Static mask.
But at least he's singing live. At least he's singing live. Whoever this mystery man is playing Wayne Static is singing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but no. Leave that
Anyway,
right there.
let's get some Ronnie James Dio masks out for everybody right now.
Now look, back to Zombonimo. Fuck Ronnie James Dio mask. The song, well, we're going to play another
I don't
song,
know who he is.
Power Trip from the latest album, Born to Paint the World Red.
Yep.
Give us a bit of background on that one.
Man, yeah,
your fucking problem.
yeah. I had to go to rehearsal one day, and I hadn't brought anything to the table for a while, and I've been working on this idea, and I just got taken away with a completely different idea about 3 minutes before Tone picked me up, and yeah, we just smashed this song together in half an hour, and that's been it. Kim came up with the lyrics.
Do you find they're better if you don't?
Fucking simple as that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just
Can be, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
as Wash It Away was like.
That's
10,
how Paranoid
12
was
years.
written, boys.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, some things are spontaneous and some things take a few years.
That's right, man.
You drag them out of other filing cabinets.
Yeah.
Michelin for you. We've worked together before what we're doing now, and
Yeah, we've got other songs that we've sort of rehashed from previous bands.
yeah.
So it all just depends on the day, really. You can smash a song together in half an hour, or take 3 years to make it happen. It's still shit.
Let's have a listen to Power Trip, then we'll come back on the next episode with a bit of a chat about some of your other bands that you've mishmashed in over
Power
the years.
Trip. Cool.
Here it is. Thanks again, and we'll be back soon.
Cheers, boys.